Hey guys, Devin here with Backcountry Exposure. What I want to talk about and what you see here on the table today is cookware. And specifically, we're going to talk about titanium cookware and try to answer the question of what titanium cookware is the best. That's what I want to focus on mostly today. But I also want to talk about these other options that are available because is titanium always the best way to go? That's something to really think about when you're trying to decide what is the best cookware for you to take into the backcountry. For me, I've decided that if I'm not going to use titanium, the GSI products are definitely my favorite. The MSR products are going to come in second to that. These items over here are going to be heavier weight than titanium will ever be able to achieve. Because titanium is such a lightweight product, you can make bigger pots and things that will weigh less than this at about 8 or 9 ounces. So let's talk about these titanium options that I have here in front of me and answer that question of what titanium cookware is the best. Now, I've got 3 different brands represented here, but there are so many other brands that are not represented here. There's Vargo, there is Snow Peak, and a bunch of others that are available as well. So what I've got here today is Paria Outdoor Products. This is a double wall insulated 450 milliliter mug. Then I've got 2 products from Ninja Prepper. This is a 300 milliliter double wall mug. And then this is also from Ninja Prepper, a 500 milliliter little mug. This one is not insulated, not double wall, just single wall. And then my favorite pot currently from Toaks Titanium, the 650 milliliter pot. So the question is, like I said many times before, which of these is the best? Now, I'm gonna say none of them. They are all so similar to each other that making a decision and saying, yeah, the Toaks is better than the Ninja Prepper or the Paria is better than the Toaks. Like titanium products, as far as cookware is concerned, if you get on and you look at all of the different options available, whether it's from Snow Peak or Vargo or Paria or Toaks or Ninja Prepper, you're going to see that they have so many similarities to them that really any of them that you purchase, you're going to be satisfied with. Something to consider though is the price, because I paid like $35 for this Toaks, and then this double wall 450 milliliter from Paria, this thing is about $45, I think. But you need to ask yourself, like, do you have a brand loyalty? Do you have something about titanium that gets you really excited? And are there little differences in the design that get you excited about wanting to purchase it? So I want to talk about the design things real quick, because if I compare these 2 double wall mugs, this one's 300 milliliters, this one's 450 milliliters, you can see that they are so similar in their design. They have very almost identical type of hardware, as well as like the bends and everything on the handles and the way they fold in, as well as like the rolled edge that you get on the mug. So what I'm saying is, find something that excites you, especially if you have a brand loyalty. Go ahead and purchase from that brand. And I love specifically comparing these 2. I love that this is 450 milliliters and that it's an option available versus the 300 milliliters. There's not a huge weight difference in these. This is about 4 ounces, and I think it's a fabulous product to take into the backcountry. This is replacing my Stanley mug because this is really heavy, and carrying my Toaks 650 milliliter and a double wall insulated, this is really lightweight, and I love that system together. But let's focus on the design things a little bit more, because the reason that I chose the Toaks Titanium and the 650 milliliter over other options are simply because of the fact that the price of this was way lower than Snow Peak, and at the time I was comparing what I wanted from Snow Peak versus other options, and price was a big thing for this. The Toaks are really low cost. I think this was about $35, but I do love here on the handles the fact that when I grip this, I've got a little notch here on the mug handles to be able to rest my finger, which just makes it a little more stable when I am trying to hold it, versus a handle like this where it doesn't have that notch in it. It still works and it's still sturdy and it works just fine. Like, there shouldn't be any reason why that little notch on there makes a difference in quality, but usefulness and just feeling a little more secure in holding that, that's what I really like about that bend or that notch in the Toaks titanium. So guys, what I'm trying to accomplish and just express in this is not doing a full review on what is available here, but you've got basically identical types of products made from the same material. It's all in a matter of like the finite details of the product. The company has some say over what makes the most sense for it. So comparing even on the lids of these two, so the Toaks here in my left hand and the Ninja Prepper here in my right hand, you'll see a difference in the lid design. On the Toaks, you've got a like strainer hole, so you can actually strain water out of that, and it's going to allow steam and stuff to come out, as well as you'll notice like right here that this little tab to be able to lift the lid off of the pot, that does stand up because they've created a little notch for it to be able to slide in and kind of lock. Where on the Ninja Prepper, you don't have that option. It's just a free floating, hoping that it stays up and that it doesn't get too hot. So simple design, but really, I don't know how else to say it, guys, then just find what you really like. When I'm answering the question of what titanium cookware is the best, it's really all so similar that you've just got to decide what fits within your budget and what brand loyalty you might have to a brand. For me, in particular, I love the Paria Outdoor products in general, and so getting this from them as a new offering was a really, really cool thing for me to add to my cookware system to replace this, because the 300 milliliter mug from Ninja Prepper just isn't big enough in my opinion. So getting this 450 milliliter was a really cool thing to add to my cookware system. If I want to go super small, super lightweight, this 500 milliliter from Ninja Prepper is a really great option, but most of the time I'm going to take my 650 milliliter because I can cook in this a little bit easier than others, but I think the most popular is kind of the 750 milliliter that you'll see from various brands, but Snow Peak being one of the most popular. All of it's great. It's just really great products. Titanium is a wonderful, wonderful material to use for cooking. The heat transfer is fairly decent. It boils water quick and it's sturdy. Strength to weight ratio, you can't beat titanium. So check out all the options. I've got links down in the description for you to see a lot of different options available in the titanium realm, as well as some of these GSI products and MSR products. MSR also having the Titan titanium cook pot that's really awesome as well. So I know I didn't really answer the question in a very direct manner, but with all of this being so similar, check out all of the different options and just decide what makes the most sense for you, fits within your budget, what you're excited about, and what makes the most sense for your backpacking system. So thanks for watching, guys. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Hope you have an awesome day.